One Punch Man return. Ladies and gentlemen, I've recorded this video like 3 times already, like within the past month. I didn't like how those came out, so yeah, I'm recording it now. A week before it comes out, I think. It's literally like probably a week or 2 away until we get the actual maintenance. But One Punch Man returns. Saitama's here, which means the fistin' comes to GS. But with this returning fister in the game, of course, he brings along his friends. You can't have one without the other. And everybody receives buffs. Not only that, we're getting a unit of choice guaranteed ticket for all you guys that are free to play. Maybe missed it the first time. You can at least, no matter what, walk away with one crossover unit. Hopefully it's Saitama. Oh, I don't know, whoever you want it to be. Hopefully it's that character. And of course, we're getting a ton of crossover tickets. Maybe a 10k alc with this. Possibly a 5k. I'm hoping a 10k alc. You know, returning event with new equipment, of course, and a new gacha equips and all of that type of stuff. Very, very fun stuff. But of course, real quick, let me run you through what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be talking about pretty much the buffs and the new stuff. I'm not really going to be covering all the old stuff, or if a character didn't really get buffed, I'm not really probably even going to touch them. I'll probably just say a very quick thing about them, and that's about it. So yeah, I'm not going to break down each character and all that. If you want to know more about the characters, you can probably check out my last One Punch Man video, and I think I go over everything in that video as well. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get to it. So we got Mr. Fister himself coming in at the first spot. Mr. Fister is a god. I'm going to be honest. He's probably the best nuker in the entire game. Wouldn't you be? You have a gigantic fist going up. This man gets a huge multiplier. I'm talking about huge, bro. I actually don't know if this is the highest in the game. I don't think it is, but this multiplier is a whopping 120,000, bro. His true art does as much damage as a cross art between 2 units. 120,000 to your dome. Right there, just... Nothing else got buffed with him apart from his duration on his normal art with his arts gauge, so he's going to get more arts. And also his modifier on his normal art got buffed as well. But apart from that, everything else stayed the same. I'm going to be honest, Saitama is an extremely good nuker. Moving on to the next one, which of course is TT. I've ran into TT a few times myself. After all, I live in Tornado Alley. And the only thing that could change with her, actually she got a lot of stuff, to be honest. She got more stats, so that's always good. She got more duration and more damage on the normal arts. And then her true art is also buffed, 32,000. Not as much as Saitama, but it's still good. Also got buffed in the break department, because after all, TT is a breaker. And last but not least, she actually has more damage whenever an enemy is broken now as well with her ability, which is really good. Overall, TT, very nice buffs, and I'm actually glad that she's getting buffed up. Moving on to the next one is the Hero Hunter. His kit still remained the same, just buffs, and I hate it. He's trash. At least with these buffs though, they made him a little bit faster to stack and everything. So his normal art now has a duration buff, and it actually gives you more accuracy. Yeah, it gives you more accuracy, and it's longer duration. And his true art got buffed up from 36,000 to 50,000, and now he increases his art damage by 60% instead of 50, and of course the max is still 300. Next is Fubuki, or Blizzard, however you want to say it. I haven't been a Dairy Queen since the lockdown, so I'm finally glad that I get to have a Blizzard. See what I did there? I'll see myself out. Only thing that changed with her is she got an increase in her modifier, and she got higher BE generation on her normal art as well. And then with her true art, she got a modifier increase and then more damage with the true art. Next is Sonic. This man's normal art got buffed and his true art got buffed as well, and he has more crit chance on his true art. You may be like, OP, that doesn't help anybody. Why does he have 200% crit chance on his true art now? It's because Sonic is all about increasing his crit chance by a ton. The more crit chance you got, the more damage you deal. Pretty much it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so every 1% of crit chance translates to 1% of damage up. So with him having 200% crit chance, he now has 200% damage up as well while he's using his true art, which is pretty cool. Well, actually for 20 seconds afterwards, he has 200% damage up, but you get the point. Really excited to see this because I want to see how hard he can hit. I don't know if there's a soft cap for crit chance. I heard there is, like, at 300%, so you may want to keep that in mind if you're going to try to stack up a ton. Next is my boy Genos. He's garbage. Just leave him alone. And then finally, last but not least, is our boy Boros. This got modifier buffs, and on his normal art, he now increases his own damage to enemies in break, and then his break power whenever the enemies are not in break by 50% instead of 20%. But that's actually it for all the units in the game. I would actually make this a separate video if there was a lot of them, but there's not. I'm going to go over the gacha equips already too. From the gacha, we have 2 new equips coming through along with the old equips that will be coming back, which the first one is going to be a 5-star physical, which is Genos' hoodie. Genos' hoodie is a 40-second cooldown, 3500% dark damage physical for 10 seconds, increase own damage by 30%, and all allies physical damage by 20%. Plus, when this equip is used for the first time, you increase your own art gauge by 70, 500 brave. Next is a 5-star defense item known as Mr. Fista's Suit. Mr. Fista's Suit is a 40-second cooldown. For 10 seconds, you negate all allies damage taken for a total of 2,000. If user is human, for 10 seconds, you increase all allies light resist by 35%. And then finally, we're going to talk about the event stuff because, I mean, it's only one thing. And the event item is none other than the Gucci belt. Its skill controls an 8-second cooldown, 8,000% light damage physical. For 10 seconds, you increase attack by 40%. If user is light, instead increase attack by 80%, 10,000 break. And its passive is you increase defense by 5%. And that's actually it. Oh, wait, there's a 5k alch banner. Whoops, guys, I guess we already know about that. Okay, well, 5k alch banner for global too. But that is actually all of the new stuff coming One Punch Man. There's some other info too, you know, like the login bonuses. That's not like actually out yet. But they did confirm that we are getting a guaranteed unit no matter what. Probably lots of crystals with this event. 5k alch, so new players, you guys coming into the game, you guys can try to get Saitama or even some top tier units out of that 5k alch. But as for the vets, you guys already know, man. We always get the short end of the stick. This shouldn't be new to us. At this point, we're really just here to suffer. As for my thoughts on everything of the Mr. Fist collab, I think it's actually pretty solid. All the buffs are pretty nice. Guaranteed crossover tickets, always a plus. Mr. Fist collab's pretty good. As for the amount of value all the units bring, it's about what you're getting from the first time. If you want a really top tier nuker, go for Saitama. If not though, you don't really care about it. You don't even want like anybody that's fun to use or anything. You don't really have to summon for anybody. I don't think anyone is necessarily required. I guess if you need a paralyzed unit, you could get TT, because TT's a really good paralyzer. And if you want a magic damage buffer, get Fubuki. Apart from that though, I mean, you don't really need anything else from this collab. Sonic's not really needed, but he's just there. I think overall it's a really good collab. You're not really breaking the game at all. Just a very solid collab with some fun units that can be used, that are pretty solid, not extremely broken. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. But guys, you guys already know. It's gonna be the end of the video. Thank y'all for coming out. It's me, your boy P. Tell me down below if you're hyped for the Mr. Fist collab, or if you're gonna be summoning for it, whatever the case may be. I wish you guys all the best of luck if you are though. And if you're coming in brand new to the game because you want to try summon One Punch Man, let me tell you first then, I am sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. But thank you all for coming out. It's me, your boy P. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, man, don't forget to drink water.